Alperen Sengun will be an all-star this year. I want to hear your thoughts down below. By the way, guys, I just cracked my MacBook. So exciting. But let's talk about these Houston Rockets and why I believe under Ime Udoka, Alperen Sengun will be fully unlocked. We obviously know the starting lineup is probably going to be Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. I assume Jabari Smith and Alperen Sengun, unless they start Jayshawn Tatum, Tari Eason, which I doubt. So we assume Alperen Sengun starting center, power forward Jabari Smith, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet. So in a recent interview with Eurobasket, our man Alperen Sengun straight up was like, look, he's setting the bar high for himself. Okay, he had a great sophomore year. And he said, quote, telling Eurohoops.net, of course, like everyone else, my goal is to become an all-star. I hope I can do that. And I think he can, all right? And Alperen Sengun, is a guy that I've really have come to love and enjoy his game. Because if you guys haven't been following Alperen Sengun so far in his career, this is probably the best Turkish player in the world. All right? And I'm not, being overzealous when I say that. He's legitimately that good. He's absolutely terrific as an offensive player. The guy's elite. His footwork, okay? And he's starting to show some shooting ability. His ability to set screens. His rebounding ability. Everything. This guy's absolutely amazing. And if you look at Alperen Sengun's stats last year, just as on the whole, that last year he averaged 15 points and 9 rebounds with 4 assists. But I do want to say that I feel like his stats, if you saw him basically before the All-Star break and after the All-Star break, his three-point shot, he started taking more threes. He was taking 37%. I mean, technically you could say he was shooting better inside before the All-Star break and averaged more points, but he was rebounding more. All right. Post All-Star break, I feel like he was playing better defense, and just on a whole, maybe he wasn't scoring as much, but I think he was just showing that he is that guy. And when we saw against Iceland, he was just freaking a mismatch. He only played 15 minutes. He ended with 10.7 rebounds and a block for Turkey. And I think the three-point shot's coming around, okay? Coming around. And this is a guy who I've said before could be on the same level of Domantas Sabonis and Jokic in terms of passing and being those offensive juggernaut. Obviously, Jokic is a hard reach, but Sabonis is obviously, you guys know what I mean. But what we're seeing is this guy is hitting a three-point shot with relative ease. And at this point, I can see this guy easily averaging 17 and 10. And with Ime Udoka now looking to, only play guys who'll play defense, I think you have a guy in Alperen Sengun who's a dominant passer and post player and is becoming a respectable three-point shooter. And you're looking at how Al Horford, I could kind of see Al Horford. You got Jabari Smith maybe playing kind of the Robert Williams role, but with three-point shooting ability, and then Alperen Sengun on defense being used like Al Horford, even though Al Horford's, a willing defender. But I really do believe that Sengun is just on the cusp of proving to people that he's probably the face of the next wave of big man under the age of 23. All right? And that's how exciting he is at this point in his career. It's second to none what you see this kid do. And I'm telling you, I just don't know how he's not an all-star this coming year. It's going to be hard to name, besides Joel Embiid, Domantas Sabonis, Nikola Jokic. I think it's wide open. Maybe Anthony Davis. Besides those four guys, you could say the fifth center spot in the NBA, the fifth best center in the NBA could be open I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is there. Rudy Gobert, like Alperen Sengun, like there isn't a huge gap between the, like there's other guys that you could also say is in front, but you get the gist of what we're saying here.